So good morning again, online family. It is definitely a great start to the day. You know where I am. You know this is my start to the weekend to most mornings, and having a good one so far. Had a little scare. I was in the water a little deeper, and I was out there just minding my own business, and I think some fish or something nipped me. But I'm good. You know, all a part of nature, and definitely basking in the beauty of God this morning and celebrating life. You know, it feels good to be alive today. And as I always say, you know, every day is a new start to an opportunity to make life and to make your day even better and to tap into purpose. Today, one of those things that I want to talk about, so between today and tomorrow, I want to actually do a two-part series. And this two-part series, I'd like to focus on restoring, on the topic of restoring the broken pieces. Now, today, of course, I'm going to begin with men. I think it's important that I start there, simply because I feel like a lot of the messages that have come out, especially on social media, a lot of them have been focused mostly on women or family. And I think that, you know, unfortunately, us men, we've been placed on the back burner. That's also important for me because now that I'm getting more senior and older, I think that it's important. You know, I've always heard as I was growing up, men of character and men of substance talk about the importance of providing insight and knowledge and even guidance to those younger than us. And I think that conversation today even extends to, you know, those in our cohort. You know, these are your friends, these are your guys, these are your colleagues at work. And by the way, this message is for the men. These are your colleagues at work. These are the men that you come in contact with when you go jogging, when you go to the food store, when you go to the gas station. You know, we really have to begin the process of inspiring each other. And so I think, there's some basic advice that I want to offer, you know, again, when it comes to us men. First thing is, men, find someone that you can connect with and share things with, you know, with your wife, with your girlfriend, or those people that you're dating. Of course, there are going to be intimate things that you don't take outside of your relationship. But there are some things that you kind of need to share with some of your guy friends, you know, and kind of get their thoughts and their feedback on it. And I think that helps us to even be better and stronger as men, and as we stand in this world as leaders. You know, I remember when I first started college, you know, one of those challenges that I had was it was very difficult for me to kind of figure out where or which major I wanted. You know, at one point I started studying finance and economics, you know, because in high school everyone told me that finance and economics seemed like the likely path that someone like me would go. I was head boy of my school. Once I started UB, you know, I did a couple basic classes, but once I got into the classes for my major, what began to happen was there was a particular class, and I tell this story often. There was a particular class that I think it was Business 132. As easy as that might be for some of y'all, for me, it was a nightmare. And if I didn't drop, fail, withdraw, like so many ways, I was not succeeding at that class. And so what I decided to do was I took a sabbatical. And as I took that sabbatical, I kind of like first prayed to God and asked Him to really point me in the direction of where He needed me to be. What I also did was I spoke with my ex-girlfriend's father. So Mr. Brown, if you're watching this, thanks again. Mr. Brown and I have been friends now for over 20 years, maybe going on 25 years now. Mr. Brown was one of those people that I was able to like talk to and kind of give me advice, advice about life, advice about, you know, even college and what I wanted to study. And that was very instrumental in taking me to where I needed to be and making right decisions, leading me to where I'm at right now. Even to the place in life where I'm at right now, I consider myself quite successful. You know, I have a promising career. I have not one, but I've made multiple investments for my future. And so, with that, I think I may not have my own home yet, but I'm well on my way. And I think this would not have been possible had I not made certain decisions that I would have made early on in my life. And so, again, I take it back to having the right people around me, men in particular, who were able to give me advice on what to do and the decisions to make. Oftentimes, I come across other young men in our society who seem to be lost and going through challenges. And unfortunately, what happens is that I feel like many times us as men, we don't have that resource to go to say, hey, bro, I really need to share something with you, and no judgment. Like we like to say, no homo, but no judgment. Here's something that's really bothering me, and I really need to get your advice. Really and truly, it should be our dads, but if many of you have had experiences like I have, unfortunately, our dads don't fulfill that role as they should. And so I think it's important to recognize those spiritual dads that God would have placed in our lives, helping us to make better decisions. So again, find someone that you can talk to. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to advise you guys of is build a network. And I'm not just talking about guys that you may call on over to your home every so often for drinks, or y'all may go out and hang out or shoot pool or whatever. While it's all well and good, I'm talking about building a network of people who, beyond the socializing, these are people who you can just pick up the phone and say, hey, can I get your advice on some finance? Or hey, can I get your advice on something spiritual that I'm going through? Can I get your advice on marriage? Can I get your advice on physical fitness? Whatever it is, build your network of people, or even further education. Build your network of people who you can pretty much reach out to and garner good guidance to help you navigate this thing called life. And again, I don't think that I would have been able. I don't consider myself the most successful person. What I do consider myself is someone who was able to build people around me who in many ways help to pour into making me better. And that's what I think a really strong male network creates. So find someone that you can confide in, build a network. Finally, if many of you are like me, as you're getting older, start walking in that line of becoming a mentor. And I think for a lot of guys, that may be somewhat challenging in today's world. Everyone is on their own grind, doing their own thing. And, even if you think about, and so it's difficult sometimes to recognize the importance of mentorship and offering what you have to someone else. I can't help but to think about Jesus. Jesus was a mentor to 12 disciples, and they were his network. But even further, he became mentors to people like Peter, James, and John's, his inner circle. And while they were kind of his cohort, they were also his mentees. And so these were the ones who saw Jesus in a different way than his other network. And so I think it's important for you, as you are maturing and building a wealth of knowledge in your life, in your career, men, not just to your sons, but to the other young men in your community, start building yourself up as a mentor. Even where I work, there's this guy, Spence Finlayson. I consider Spence a kind of mentor for myself. Over the years, I would have watched people like Spence, tower when it comes to life coaching. And even back then, Spence, we may not have called it that, but that's kind of what you were doing. You were a life coach, you were a mentor, you were one of those persons who were helping people like me who were just coming up to kind of see the vision of what life could be. And so I thank you for that. And now that I'm getting older, I think it's great that I am now stepping into that role of being a mentor. So now, as I've been talking for about 9 minutes, just summing up the course of this conversation, again, targeted specifically for men, as we work to restoring ourselves in society, restoring ourselves in marriages, putting together the broken pieces of manhood and what that represents. 1, find someone that you can get advice from. That's critical as you grow. 2, build a network. and know that your network or a team of people, consider yourself like the president, and consider these like your VPs. These are the people who are helping your company, called your brand, called your life, to manifest into the vision that God has destined you to be. And 3, become a mentor. As you become a mentor, you don't only just use the wealth of knowledge that you've garnered over the years to empower you, you now empower other people, and you let your gift grow even beyond yourself. And this is now building into that thing that we call legacy. You're now allowing those things inside of you to help other people. And then the cycle goes on. It helps someone else. Miles Monroe has been dead for almost 10 years now. But think about the legacy that he built. The people that he still inspires as we rediscover him in new ways. I rediscover him every day. I remember in the office where I used to work, Miles used to come in there to my boss on a regular. And every time he came in there, I used it as an opportunity to get some advice from him. So again, this is a little bit of a longer Monday morning message, but I hope it's one that is definitely getting you geared up to redesign your life, men, and to make yourself that much more impactful in this thing called life. Of course, I have to show you guys this background of where I'm at. This beach is just phenomenal, except for that little critter friend that tried to nab me this morning. But look at that sunrise. My God. Look at this water. And I always celebrate the fact that, these fish are in this water. And it's almost like they've come to expect me. Sometimes I even get some of the fish, and they must be fish that live in this area. Like, they come to greet me, and I'm like, whoa. I thought only land animals did that, but apparently fish know us, maybe based on energy. That's a topic for another day. But I hope this information is inspiring you men. Wives, if you're watching, girlfriends, if you're watching, share this with your significant other and let them know that there is help for us out there. And it comes in many forms and many ways. Again, it's nothing more than helping you to become your greatest self. And I think that's truly what God wants from all of us. So again, this is a message from my heart, from my company, Food for Thought, where we give you complete nourishment for your body, for your mind, and for your spirit. I encourage you to like this message. Also subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Listen, I have too much people who watch my videos and talk about it, but they aren't subscribing. I need y'all to start subscribing. I envision my subscription number to go up to about 10,000 before the end of this year, but I need your help. And so find me on Facebook. Of course, this link is being put on several platforms. It's going to be put on Instagram. You can just type in DEVO242, DEVO242 on Instagram as well. You can find me at Food for Thought on Instagram. You can find me by my name on Facebook, Lloyd Allen. And you can also look up my company on YouTube. That's FFT Consultancy, or even type in my name, Lloyd Allen, on YouTube. Follow me, like, subscribe, share, and remember that this message, if it inspires you, share it with other people so it may too inspire and encourage them. I hope you're having a great Monday. I certainly am. Have a good one.